yeah, speaking of changes of format to testing, we've also got, well, very subtle changes of format to the race weekend in terms of 90-minute practice sessions are back. But more importantly than that, according to Zach Brown, which is old news now because we forgot to mention it last week, but sprint races may not be a thing, which I'm sure is music to some people's ears. I don't know what our opinions are. I know for me, like, I wasn't that fussed about them really. Like they were entertaining. They were more entertaining than a practice session, which is what they replaced, obviously. But if you massively care about the DNA of the sport and all that stuff, then I'm guessing they like that it's gone. What are your thoughts, Matt?
I had a really odd love, and I hate to admit this, I had a really odd love for sprint races. And some of it was genuinely just because I remember the British Grand Prix weekend being sat. It was a beautiful evening. It must have been about 25 degrees at home. And I was sat on a Friday night watching qualifying, and I was like, this is an absolute vibe. I love this. We kind of got a bit screwed because, well, the first two sprint races were a bit dull, weren't they? To be honest.
I didn't watch the second one. I watched the first one at the track.
Yeah.
So that was good fun. But yeah, the third one was incredible at Brazil.
Yes.
Fair play.
Yeah, of course.
But, I mean, it's a bit gimmicky, isn't it? It didn't make much difference to the grid that much.
No,
like Brazil being an anomaly, but that's not going to happen that often.
Yeah.
So
And
it won't make much difference, I don't think.
And I think the other important thing was that a lot of people haven't considered with this, which I know we've briefly touched upon a couple of times, but I can't remember if it was Formula One themselves or someone confirmed that someone high up in Liberty Media had said pretty much every Grand Prix venue wanted a sprint race for this year. Because because you get people into the track on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And that sort of got my mind racing a bit, because you think tracks like Malaysia, for example, that struggled to get the tickets sold, a sprint race at Malaysia or Shanghai would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, because like if you've ever been to a race weekend, you can just tell by not even knowing numbers, but just by the vibe of the track. Yeah. Friday is dead compared to Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I've been to 3 races, and one of them we only arrived on a Saturday, and the other 2 Friday was dead. So apart from this year, obviously, because Silverstone had everyone there because it was crazy. But yeah, it would make a massive difference to the actual tracks, especially for the ones that struggle for money, which I'm sure Brazil appreciated this year quite a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not too fussed either way, to be honest. If they stay or go, but we'll see.
No, it's such a weird thing, isn't it? And looking in hindsight, I'm happy they tried it. Put it that way. Yeah. I think it was a cool idea. I know a lot of people weren't a fan of it, and I can completely understand that. But I was happy it was, let's be fair, it was a bit of a gimmick at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it wasn't one I felt that overstepped the line, where I felt like F1's integrity was completely getting torn apart.
Yeah, because it barely made a difference to the grid at all in any race, really.
Exactly.
So,
but like they said,
Valtteri Bottas is the all-time sprint GOAT.
He is, isn't he? Yeah. kind of mad, that one, isn't it? But yeah, it's like pretty much every team. This is the problem as well, isn't it, nowadays? If you think, if they'd done that 20 years ago, it could have been well and truly spicy, because no one, obviously, but where you've got all the simulator data, everything now, you like most of the teams said, even before Britain, obviously, they went, it's basically just a 15-lap race with a red flag and then a normal Grand Prix. And obviously they already all knew exactly how to prepare for it and everything like that, which was a bit of a shame. But that's just the way Formula One works nowadays, unfortunately.